Good morning, guys. It's Thursday. Gosh, I've missed you all. So good to be back here on HDTV. I hope you've had a lovely week and a bit. It's been it's about 10 days or so that I've been off, but it is so nice to be back, and I am back reunited with Jess. Jess is in the corner.
Good morning.
Are you all right?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. You ready for the weekend?
I am, yeah.
Good. And I am, and I've just spotted it there. Candy Cane Craig, did that say? Candy Craig layer. Candy Craig. Oh yeah, okay. I get that.
Festive names this week.
What was that?
You've all got festive names.
All got festive names. I've been called a lot worse, so I'm going to take that. Candy Craig Laird. I like that one. I'm on this side here, on the presenting side. Who have we got in the demonstration station? It is, of course, back together, Kat, with no ghost in sight.
No ghost in sight. So there's only us to blame.
There is. Yes. No ghosts, no Halloween, no nothing to be blaming. How are you?
I'm really good. Happy to have you back.
Oh, thank
Just
you.
me and you today as well.
It literally is, isn't it? Just, you know, I'm actually going to try not to take offence. My first day back, there's no one in. But do you know what? At least it's me and you.
Yes.
And we sit right next to each other, so we're going to have a good show, and then we've got some exciting things to play with later on.
We certainly have.
What have we got today? What are you going to be doing?
I'm not sure I can say yet.
No, I'm not going to say it either.
No spoilers. Let's
No
be
spoilers.
good. Let's behave.
What about on the show today? What we're going to be doing?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, well, just
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, just
we have back in stock embossing folders, so we're gonna take it like kind of technique vibes today and show you
Awesome.
all the wonderful things you can do with your embossing folders.
Yeah. Why should I tell you what Kat's going to do when we can ask Kat herself? So, yes, when it comes to the back in stock, it is, of course, the back in stock of our embossing folders, because we are on day 2 of our Hunky Dory Christmas market. All new to me, and it's been really exciting. I've been dotting in throughout the bit of time that I've had off. We have got lots of other things that we're going to be showing on the show, as well as 30% off our Premier craft tools. So stay tuned for that, because we've got lots and lots that we're going to show you, lots and lots of good deals, and lots of goodness that we're going to see from Kat as well. But with it being day 4, it just means this is the second last day that you could take advantage of our current Win It Weekly. What is the Win It Week? What is the gift? But cut 12 in. It's on.
It's at the side of you
Oh,
there.
right. Jess was desperately in that little gap there trying to shout to me and say to me where it was, and it was just right down there at the side. We got there. I'm a guy. I don't listen. Let's face it, I get told that all the time. Right, now we've established what our Win It Weekly is, although you guys will already know because you've been watching all week. That is where 2 lucky winners are going to be in with the chance of winning our adorable scoreboard. Whoa. Yep, you're not going to get black, you're going to get
It does
our
not want to
purple.
be shown this prize today, does it?
Nope. Now you've got little Anne-Marie, hello, in there as well. So you have, it shouldn't sound like that, but you know, maybe after a few drinks, you've got inches and then you've got centimetres. Not only that, we've got our, we've got our mat. We're going to be able to do our cutting on there, should you wish. Blend on it if you want, but it is a self-healing cutting mat. And you're then going to be getting the handbook. That is an incredible handbook to have to work through the projects with, of course, your adorable scoreboard. Now, if you want to be in with the chance of winning that, 2 lucky winners, all that you need to do is, of course, like, comment and share. And that is, if he was an elf, what type of elf would he choose to be? Would he be A, a house elf, B, woodland elf, or C, a night elf?
I love that it can't be Googled.
I like
hope
that
it
as well.
can't.
Although there is an option missing,
Okay.
and that is mischievous elf.
Yeah, cheeky elf.
Cheeky elf, yes. So that is not one of the possible answers there. So just quick recap. If Dan was an elf, what sort of elf would he choose to be? Is it A, house elf, B, woodland elf, or C, night elf? Pop that in the comments, as well as like, comment and share in. And 2 lucky winners are going to be announced tomorrow to win that cool Win It Weekly prize. Now, with this being, of course, our Hunky Dory Christmas market, which is going to end on the 14th of December, so that is going to be, well, it's a Sunday, where we're going to be looking at some of the back-end stocks here. Embossing folders, I think, are totally underrated. They really, really are, because they're not just something that you can emboss your card, parchment, acetates, but they create a really nice depth to your background, as well as different techniques such as letter pressing. So if you want to go in for, of course, our back in stocks, which are our embossing folders, you can absolutely do that. We've got them all running in here. Now, grab yours now. These are 6x6 when it comes to your embossing folders. Now you can then choose from one of the folders I'm away to show you right now. We have got the dots. Now you're going to be $5.99. If you're in the club, you're going to be $5.69, but if you're Diamond member, you're going to be $5.39. What's great with this size here is because they are 6x6, they are going to go through any of your medium die cutting machines or larger, and they are 2D. Now, you've got that really nice polka dot dots in there. This is a good one if you want to position gems or pearls. I use this one a lot for the precise positioning for gems and pearls, or maybe things such as your glitter glues. You've then, of course, also got your stars here. So giving you the option of going for them individually. If you do want to treat yourself for a couple, you can do that, and you can get any 2 of them for $9.98, all within the different designs. That one there's a really good one with the cow print there, where if you've got any of your little books, your westerns, going to work really well, or even your Scottish ones with Highland cows, etc., use it for that. You've got your crocodile skin, all 2D, all 6x6, and really, really useful and versatile prints that you're going to get from your embossing folder. Also, if you've got things such as your craft metal, or of course if you are careful, but if you recycle any of your fizzy juice tins, it's a nice way to start to then emboss them as well. Finishing off there with the tiger stripes. So all of those you can, if you want to go for 2 for $9.98, you can absolutely do that. Or of course individually you can get them at $5.99. If you're in the club, $5.69, or of course if you're a Diamond member, you're going to be $5.39. Really nice. Maybe you don't want to pop a bit of pattern paper. Maybe you're like me, you like white space, but you want something, but you just don't want pattern paper. Then going in with the emboss works really, really well. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these. We're going to demo them with Kat. I'm going to have a look through your comments. Lots of you tuning in this morning. And then when we come back after Kat, we'll have a little read through, see what you're all saying. So Kat, if you're ready, we'll throw it to you.
Well, I am and I'm not, because there are so many different techniques. So we'll start right at the beginning. If you have never used an embossing folder before, what can you expect? Let's start with our dots, because I think that is the classic one. That it was one of the first ones I asked for when we started redoing them, because it's just so classy and elegant. It works with so many things. So I'm going to do this on white, because then we can add to it afterwards to show you some other techniques. So let me get a little bit of cardstock. I'm just going to chop this down. So these are 6x6, so if I just take this under that measurement, but remember, this is just your starting point. This is if we are doing it in our very, very basic form. Of course, you can cut this down. You could just put tags in there. You could pre-cut a die and pop that in there. We will try in a bit where we can try and block out a shape, so we end up with a blank space in the middle. It can be a little bit of hit and miss sometimes when you're doing things like that, but it's all just about trying it out.
Yeah.
So just follow the instructions on your plates or in your handbook for your cutting machine. Pretty much with this one, I just take out this sheet here, and we are going to pop it into that folder. And when we are embossing in our embossing folders, you want it so that the side you want raised, that you want embossed, is facing up and your purple side is showing. Of course, you can deboss, which you just do the other way around, and we will show you different techniques you can do with that as well.
No problem. It's nice to see them like right back to the basics as well, isn't it? Yeah,
Definitely.
because sometimes the basics can look just as lovely on your card.
And we'll try and get a few different materials through for you today as well. And then you open it up and automatically you have this beautiful raised texture onto your piece of cardstock there. As easy as that. But a few of the things that you can do to add more depth or definition is that you can go in with your inks. So if I just take, I've got a pad that's got a little bit of colour on it in here, and just start going lightly over the top, you can pick up that beautiful detail as simple as that. That's one way. We also have, I think I must have taken it out, but this has got a little bit on as well. We now have our like gilding waxes. They are also great for going, adding all that texture onto there. It looks absolutely beautiful. I've not got any with me. If you then go over and do some like gilding flakes on there as well, that can be absolutely stunning. So you can add colour to them this way, or if we go back to the embossing folder again, you can actually pre-ink up your embossing folder. Make sure you've got some kind of cleaning wipes on hand, because this is going to really help with that as well. So again, there is two different ways you can do this. So depending on the effect that you want, I am going to do it on to the side that's kind of debossed with the purple down. So hopefully, I've not got much ink on this one. I'm not sure I've brought that colour in, but we'll go for a subtle effect. And this will leave the dots, when I deboss this, lighter than the background. You just keep building up your colours. We'll go for something a little bit more subtle. I don't know if this is one of the colours. Oh, it is.
This is one of my favourite, if not my favourite techniques to do with embossing folder. Yeah.
But I think at the same time, it's knowing that it's not going to be 100% perfect. Nope. It's not going to be clear.
Nope.
It's for those kind of distressed kind of look finishes.
Which is funny, and I think that's why I like it, because I am very crisp, cut, clean.
Yeah.
Whereas because you're going to get that unknown effect, no two will ever be the same. Yeah. And I think that's why I like it.
So I'm going to use the blending tool on that one, and then I'm just going to use the pad directly on to show you how you can get a little bit of a darker effect as well down this side here. And of course, let's just do lots of things while we've got this open. You could then kind of like create your own stripe effect as well if you wanted. You could get your masking tapes on there as well. So I'm just going to do as many things as I can while we've got this going through. We will get another bit of cardstock, pop that in. And remember that you can put pieces of cardstock in that are larger than your embossing folder, and then it's going to leave you a natural bit of blank space as well. There's so many different things. It's going to be hard to show you in a couple of demos.
I think as well, one of the things I've noticed over the years, a lot of people seem to forget, is you don't just have to emboss the 6x6. As you said, yes, it could be a bit larger with white space, or you might just have a little die cut circle, square, hexagon. You can emboss it. It doesn't have to be 6x6.
Definitely not. So then if you take that out of there, the pressure,
I love that.
I've put it through. And like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just trying to show you lots of different ways that you can use it, but you can see how stunning that is. And if you were wanting to do the opposite, pick up the dots rather than the green, you could do that way as well. So that's one thing. Let's chuck some different materials through for you just so you can see. We have got that metallic adorable scoreable coming up in the second part of the show, so I will try and do something with that then. Let me clean this off before I move on to a different embossing folder.
Just while you're cleaning that then,
Yeah.
lots and lots of you tuning in. Debbie's in, Diane's in, Karen's in as well, Caroline's in, Valerie's in. You're all saying good morning to each other and to myself, Kat and Jess. Stephen Nicole saying good morning everyone. Still a bit sore from yesterday, had a fall outside my back garden. Oh, Stephen, I hope you'll be on the mend soon. Take it easy today. Watch us, do a little bit of crafting if you can, and get well soon. Lynn's in, Michelle's in, all of you are saying good morning, which is lovely. That was on Facebook. Oh, Michelle on Facebook was saying, I see Dory is up to her shenanigans again. She's climbing the Christmas tree. She is indeed. Wonder what she's going to get up to. And then just a few for now on YouTube. Fiona's in, Lynn's in. We've also got Kim's in, we've got Karen is in, Kate's in. You're all saying good morning to each other and to us as well. So it's lovely to have your company this morning.
Yes. So we are going to do it onto a little bit of mirri, a little bit of parchment, some craft card and some black card, just so you can see all the different textures that you get. I was looking for a little bit of acetate. Where's the acetate, Jess? Is it on the bottom? Because it is. She will have a look. So,
Just give you a
look.
hand.
Oh, what a star. Look how incredible it is on our beautiful
Just plain
mirri.
acetate?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. How incredible is that? And of course, you can go in your sanding block. We will do a bit on the thing as well and take that back as well. Anything that's got a white core underneath. But with this, it can either go heavy and take it to the white core or just buff it so your top layer is more of a matte finish. This is my absolute favourite, the acetate. Pop that through.
Leopard print acetate.
I know. You're going to have to tell me when you've had enough demoing, because I will just keep going and going with all the techniques I can do
it's
with
good
this.
to see. Even when you've been crafting a long time, sometimes you forget about some of the real basics, don't
Yeah. Oh, just look
Wow.
at it on there. You almost get like this lovely, think about using like those tiger stripes on this one. It will give you that lovely kind of water texture and things like that on as well. And I'm going to take this one in a bit and show you. It is tiger stripes, but I use it as a wood grain as well. So we've got it on there. I'm just going to pop it through some parchment as well. Let's pick another one. Let's do the stars. The stars might be really pretty.
Let's just say you could find acetate 6x6 that had been embossed. How much would you pay?
I know.
Whereas you can do it yourself.
I know. And you can just have as much as or as little as you want then as well. That's the beauty of it. Like you said, you can cut it exactly to size and you're not wasting what you don't have.
Gives it that tactile feel as well.
It is absolutely beautiful. And then when you see it on the parchment as well.
Oh, Kat, look at that.
Absolutely stunning. So that's the embossed side, but of course you're going to get the debossed side as well. So think about going in with your pens, like your gold gel pens and things like that, and picking out all those colours. I'm going to do a little bit on craft because this does give me an opportunity to show you it when you add your gel pens to it. So we'll run that through. I will get my trusty Prism gel pen.
I've not used mine yet.
Craig, they are incredible. Have we got them in stock? Am I being naughty? So we've embossed that onto craft, and as you all know, there is nothing this girl loves more than craft and a gel pen. But just picking them out, going around the edge, and it's so easy to do even if you don't think you've got a steady hand, because you've got those lines and everything just there perfectly for you. Just go in. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time, but the effect when it's all done in the 3D, just that little bit of a beveled edge that you get. And then of course you can go in and fully colour them in if you want to too as well. So not really doing the outline, just picking out the star. And you get two completely different effects, but there is so much you can do with that one. I'm going to leave my sanding back technique till we get onto the mirror in the next part.
Okay.
But one last thing for you. We are going to try, I've got some grey board I've brought in with me. I'm going to cut a couple of squares and we're going to see if we can do it where we use the grey board almost as a shim, a blocker in the pad.
Yeah.
So we can create a blank space within our embossing folder.
I know
So
exactly what you mean, yeah.
if I just take this to about 2.5 to 2.5. And I'm going to be extra cautious and I'm going to even double up my grey board. Just use a little bit of tape to stick this down.
If you've not seen what Kat's going to do, this will blow your mind because this takes embossing folders to another level.
It really does. So this, I've just cut a square out of this. This could be any of your like nesting die shapes or anything like that, circles, ovals, whatever you choose it to be. Let's take a little bit of this card.
Timothy, never thought about craft card and gel pen with the embossing folder.
Oh, there's so many. I'm not sure what we've launched and what we've not launched, but I've been using them a lot recently. And I've done like confetti patterns with lots of different colours of the gel pens. Just on the craft card, the black on white, the gold on black. There is so many different stunning things you can do. So we'll just pop that in the centre there. Let's take our, do you know what, let's do cow print and then I can add a bit more gel pen to it if I So we're going to pop that in. Again, you can use some of the low tack tape just to make sure it's secured in the right place. We are going to pop this down on top. I'm sure that one's under there. Now, I've not actually done this on this specific machine before, so if it doesn't work, don't have a go. It does. I have had it working on other machines, so it's just finding the right pressure.
I'd be exactly the same. I've not tried the technique on this one.
But we will take that through. It's gone through the machine, so that's a good start. Oh, well, it's not worked on that one. It's still really, really pressed it down. You might just need a thicker, but look at it on the grey board.
That's right, yeah.
That's really cool. So you might need an even thicker section than that, but it does work. I have had it work before. You just build up this layer. Foam's good for it. Mylar can work as well sometimes because of that. But again, let's just take this while it has. It just shows the strength of the embossing powders, but then again, look at your white on your black with these. Just absolutely stunning. I could just play with this for days and days. So just carry on with things like that. But then the other thing to consider with your embossing folders is when, let's just see, we've got a card here. You can just emboss sections onto your card blank as well. You don't have to do the whole panel. You could just take this one and say you just wanted the stars at an angle coming across here. As long as it'll fit through your machine, again, just pop it on so that it's all going to fit with inside your plates. And you can just emboss sections onto your card as well. You don't have to do the full sheet and then add it on. So if you like doing your really kind of clean and simple cards, your white on white cards, it's a great way to add texture to elements.
It really is. It's great to see all these different ways. It's even reminding me as well.
And just like that. So you just have this section just at the top there. And then I know we've got the brayer coming up later on in the show. So if I've not kicked it off the edge, which I might have done. Have I,
Here,
moved, I
it's
think,
just here,
have I moved it
just
right?
under.
There. So ignore that I've done that. I'm just using this as an example now because it's on white card. But another way that you can add colour on top is going in with your brayer. This is my favourite thing to do in the world as well. I get so much enjoyment out of this. And remember, you could be adding different colours on here to build up kind of ombre effects.
Yeah.
You have to stop me because I could just do that all day, every day.
I can understand why though.
And then look at that.
Oh, cat. Wow.
How stunning. Just, there is so many fun things you can use and bring in with your embossing folders to create so many wonderful, beautiful things. With all the materials and all the extra bits that we have at Hunky Dory, they are just an essential to add to your collection, and especially at the price point for a tool for life. If you look after them, they'll look after you, and to get two for under a tenner is incredible.
Absolutely, and with those sorts of designs as well, you can guarantee obviously they're going to work with past collections, current collections, and in the future we're always going to have collections that you can use your polka dots, your animal prints and stars, etc, etc. So yeah, if you want to grab hold of the embossing folders, you can absolutely do that. $5.99 each, or of course you can get two for $9.98. So have a look on the website, that's where you're going to find them. Quick question from Tim is saying, I mainly use the A4 cardstock. Will the smaller one be okay, i.e. regarding your adorable scoreboard? You can use the smaller one. The only thing you need to keep in mind, the small one's 8 inch, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you've got your A4 cardstock landscape, you can only score up to 8 inch before you actually have to move it down and rescore again. You would need to do the same if you turn it portrait, score so far and move up. So the large one absolutely would be easier, eliminates all of that one. But then again, like many things, the small one's really good for your smaller ones. I've got both the large and the small one at my desk there. And it's not literally the case that I just automatically pick up the large one. I do pick up whatever one I need, depending, of course, on the size of the project. If you've got anything else, any questions of that, fire them across. But yeah, that's your embossing folders. You can grab hold of those. Then what Kat was alluding to as well, how we've got so many tools and that on the show that you can grab hold of with savings on them. And check this out. Jess, will we go in the order? Will I play kind and go in the order? Yes, yes, yes. Sorry? I've missed a Christmas game. Oh, 5 seconds Christmas. Oh, sorry, it was just above all these. I thought it was part of it. I thought this was some sort of game or something. So, oh, so,
the 5-second challenge before?
have I played the 5-second challenge before? I don't know. I might have.
I don't know. Explain it to
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
So, like, you'll get a category, and in 5 seconds you have to name 3 things in that category.
Well, I've not
All right,
played
okay.
it, but okay, that seems quite self-explanatory.
Yeah?
I think. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You've got 4 each,
Okay.
Okay.
so who wants to go first?
Well, should we alternate? Or is that thingy? Right, okay.
Do you
Okay.
want to go first?
Whatever. I'm not bothered. No, you go first.
Will I go first? I'll go first. I'll just have a drink of my tea.
Okay. This is your first one.
Name 3 Christmas characters.
Wait. I gotta get my clock set up.
Oh, better get the clock
He's had
right.
a well big advantage.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Buddy the Elf, Rudolph the Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. Is that it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Kat, your turn.
Yep.
Go in. Oh, the clock's still moving. Ready, go.
3 Christmas decorations, baubles.
Oh.
Have I read it wrong?
Get rid of the clock, because the clock isn't working.
I was away to say you repeated the question and then it got to 0. I love that.
Baubles, tinsel, fairy lights.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Name 3 hunky-dory stocking fillers. Terrible rulers, guillotine paper trimmer.
That's a stocking and a half.
That's
that.
a big full stocking, isn't it?
Ho ho ho.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Merry Christmas, and pass the mince pies.
You know what came into my head was, have you been a good boy?
Oh.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Darlene Love Baby, Please Come Home for Christmas, my favourite song ever. And then, of course, Frosty the Snowman.
You picked like the three longest names.
I did, didn't I?
Ooh, eggnog, mulled wine, hot apple cider.
Nice.
Very last one.
Okay. Name 3 things you can make in the snow. Snowman, snow angel, and an igloo.
Has to go extra. 3 winter activities: sledging, ice skating, and let's be cheeky, kissing under the mistletoe.
Oh, cat.
There we go.
Is that it? I like that.
It was fun, wasn't it?
That was really fun. I enjoyed
So
that.
them on our TikTok
I
page.
really like that. Yeah. Do you know what? I would love to go ice skating in Central Park.
Oh, absolutely.
One of my favourite scenes from a Christmas film is Miracle on 34th Street. You know, when they go Christmas shopping and then they go ice skating, or they're watching the ice skaters.
Yeah.
And then she turns them down at the wedding proposal.
Oh.
But yeah, one of my favourite scenes. Let us know, what's your favourite scene from a Christmas film? Have you got a favourite one? Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Right, shall we have a look at the tools now?
Yes.
I have read my notes correctly. And then now the first one on the top of the list, which is why I said it within the stocking filler, is the tearable rulers. So I thought, remember seeing that at the top of my list. These ones, exactly as they are titled, these are tearing rulers. So if you like that little bit of a distressed edge, you can do that. 3 rulers, but you've got 6 different edges. You are within these ones saving just over 30%. You can get hold of these for $9.99. Usually you're finding these ones at $14.99. So yeah, maybe you don't have a die cutting machine, maybe you don't want to use an edgeable die for die cutting machine. This is a great way to give that kind of deckled edge. As I said, 6 different designs over 3 rulers, and you do have your measurements on there as well. So that's in there, and of course you can come along, you can ink the edges, you can distress the edges, you can do all of that. Then what we've also got as well that you'll have seen Kat using earlier on, and this is our actual sanding blocks. Now you are going to be getting 3 of them, so 3 individual blocks here. You would be $6.99. You are saving 29%, just to be exact there, and these are now $4.99. Everything that you're seeing, you can head across onto the hunkydorycrafts.co.uk website, find them all there. So that one's there. Then we're going to have a look. So this is my favourite, not just any guillotine. This is the super-size guillotine. This is the one that if you were to ever come in Hunky Dory HQ, you're just going to constantly hear because it's me using the large guillotine. I've kind of adopted the large guillotine that we all use on the team here. Now, this one usually $49.99, but you are going to be getting it for $34.99. The reason I love this one here is it's a guillotine, it's the large one. You have got the finger guard, cuts incredibly sharp, but you've got an even base as well. Strong, sturdy base, edge to edge, centimetres, inches. You've got that one in there. It is the large one. Now, $34.99, whereas usually you would be $49.99, which I will tell you, $49.99 for a large guillotine is really, really good. So if you have been thinking about it, today's definitely the day, or certainly this period in time, of course, with the Christmas market, to consider it. But stock's dependent as well, and that's the thing with everything, stock dependent on all. Then we are going to have a look at our replacement blades. So these ones are for your V-blade paper trimmer. So you've got 2 packs. You are then going to get 2 in each, so that's giving you 4. Kat, this is something that we never, ever, ever have to discount because they're already at a good price at $9.98. We always need them to replenish, of course, the paper trimmer.
Yeah.
But the fact that we've now got them at $6.99, so this is a good one to then have where you stock up and you've got some saved over for the Christmas season. You've got them at 30% off as well, so that's a good one. It's also one to pop into kind of like your main basket. You don't always just want to buy them, so if you're getting a few other things, pop them in as well. Then we've also got what Kat was using. I never use mine anywhere near as much as I should, because it really is a handy tool. Usually $9.99 when it comes to the actual brayer, but within this one today you are going to get it for $6.99. So you can keep a hold of, I'm saying keep a hold of that one. I've just, here's me saying to Jess, well, we'll go in order. And I've missed one.
Which I can make you look good, isn't it?
Oh, touche.
We are here for the fierce vibes today.
Touche. So there is your crafty brayer, usually $9.99, or of course you are going to get that today at $6.99. We'll carry on in the order and we'll go back to what I missed a moment ago. Paper crimper. What a cool way to add. And, you know, we're talking about different ways to create backdrops for your embossing folders. This one gives you that crimpled effect. Hey, if you make and sell things online, what a great way to create that protective paper, brown paper, you know, start to crimple that and then bundle that in to protect. So it's a good way if you've got a little small cottage business. You're usually $9.99, or of course today you are, because it's in the Christmas market, you're going to be getting it for $6.99. So that is your brayer. So that's a really nice one. And then of course, let's go back to where Jess made me look so good, because I did think I've done replacement blades and I've run out on my list, and that's because I should have done this after the guillotine. What about your large paper trimmer? This is one that even if you've got a guillotine, I've always said for years, paper crafter, every paper crafter needs a V-blade paper trimmer in their stash, because there is things that you can do with a paper trimmer you can't with a guillotine. $21.99, it is 6x12. The arm does extend, so you can do longer if you want to. Today you've got that at $16.99. Does come with two of the blades. If you're going to go for that one today, I would highly recommend getting the replacement blades as well. So great tools. Tools are always what we need to have within our crafty stash, and the fact that you've got some money off, which is always a double bonus. Many of these actually, pretty much all of them, you'd be able to use with what Kat's away to show us right now, and that is our metallic adorable scoreable.
Yeah, so I have brought in, do you know what, because I think this is a perfect example, I have just got some scraps of what I've got left in my scrap box from when we were making samples and stuff, and I'm going to pair them with the embossing folders and some of the tools today, just to see how you can extend those bits that you have got left.
Okay.
But again, the metallicness of this adorable scoreable works so well with everything that we've got on to do that. So let's start where we finished the last one. We've got to go in with our embossing folders, and I'm going to try, which one have we not had yet? Let's do this lovely, we'll do a blue crocodile, shall we? Just for the fun of it. So I'm going to do half and half on here. We're going to do one section that's embossed and then the other section that's debossed, and then we're going to sand it back so you can see all the different techniques you can get just out of one piece of cardstock. So we will run this through.
If anyone wants to know, that guillotine is self-sharpening.
Oh, we love that, don't we?
We do indeed. Long gone are the days where you had to get tin foil and things like that and start cutting to sharpen.
So if we do it that way, you can see that, imagine this on the green, that beautiful embossed effect there. But then if we turn it over and we have the shiny face down and pop that back in, and this time we're going to get that beautiful debossed effect.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've never done like that reverse look.
There's so many different ways you can use them. I just
It is,
absolutely love the embossing folders. And they were really popular a few years back, and then they kind of, I don't know, they just went out of fashion, I think is the word, but we have brought them back. And then you get this beautiful deboss side there, so you can see the difference with the pattern facing up and the pattern facing down, which is a great way to put something on your card like this and give that point of difference. But then if we go in with the sanding block that you saw earlier and start taking this back.
Oh, wow.
Just look how different and incredible you can do again. And again, like imagine this one on the green. I know I've picked a silly colour for crocodile skin, but this doesn't have to be crocodile skin. This could be paving stones, it could be brick walls, it all depends.
So see how, of course, that coating is a coating on the top. When you sand it back, could you ink over that?
Well, I was going to do a bit of that in a minute, but that will be a great effect for like brick walls and things like that as well, because you could take it back. But then on this side, it's going to pick up the opposite.
Because you could do it in like grey, sand it back, and then that would be like the grouting in the middle.
Absolutely. So there's so many. And I think now when you see them sanded back, the complete differenceness of the looks that you get there is absolutely beautiful. We'll keep this because we might use it to put through a punch in a bit, because I think they're coming up later in the show, aren't they? So we'll show you how the punches work as well. Let's take a little strip and we can do a little bit of inking on top so you can see the difference as well. So we'll just take a little strip off the side here. Let's go back to my little stash of inks.
Just very, very quickly as well, thank you everyone saying it's lovely to have me back, and I hope my move went well. It went really well, thank you very much, touch wood. Everything went to plan, and I will do a tour of my craft room. I planned on doing it the other day, and then I got waylaid with other bits, so I appreciate it all, thank you.
Oh, it's in there, it's just falling off. I was like, it's not like me not to have a pad on there. So we've just taken the concrete, and again, always start with a light touch, and then you know what kind of pressure you can use. But we'll start building this up. And that one's, there we go. Now it's not going to stick. Once you let this dry, if you kind of like tap it over, it's going to stick to the colour at the top. Let it kind of dry down for a little bit, and then you'll be able to buff it back and just get that different colour coming through there. But the same on that one, and just how you can build up these layers and textures. And if you love your messy crafting, it is absolutely perfect for that.
It's a good thing to do. You know, when even at night time you want to do something, but you don't want to haul your dies out, you don't want to haul out your collections and that, you know, you just want to do something. It's a nice way to just play, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the other thing, we've got to show you the paper crimper, because this is, it's an unsung hero. Like you said, it is something that sits in our toolboxes, and sometimes we do forget about it, and it really needs to be shown off because it's so simple to use but so effective. So you just take your strips of card, and like I said, whatever width that you want, and it is as easy as putting it through here. And again, it's one of those really tactile things that's so much fun to do. Run it through, make it more central than I have, but look how beautifully you can get that patterned on there, that lovely corrugated look. Again, it's something else that you can go in with and sand back and add more texture to, just like that. Then we'll take, let's just have a little bit more of a play around with this. Take a thinner strip. So like Craig said, you could be using it, just take like your 1/4" strips, just to make like that packing material. I'm going to take a little bit more on this one.
Or you might get that packing material, you know, when you order, I always get it from Amazon, and that's in brown paper.
Yes.
Keep it, cut it in strips, and then again, if I was saying before, if you're selling stuff or anything, just a tactile background.
So remember, again, you don't need to take the whole thing through. If you're just wanting bits of strips, you can take it halfway, bring it back, and then you've just got pieces that you could use like that. If you're making your own Christmas decorations, think like your, you know, your paper chains and stuff like that would be absolutely perfect. But then I don't know whether I've cut this to the right size. Did I do 1.5? I did. But you can then make your gift tags out of it as well. So like go in and do all those kind of effects. Just having a multitude of sins. Don't even know where that came from.
To be honest,
Tools is the word I was
tools.
looking for. In your collection is just going to make your crafting so much fun. So that is your paper crimper. What else do we have to play with? Oh, let's combine the paper crimper and the brayer.
Okay.
That was my other one. So I'm just going to need a little bit of white.
I hope at home you're loving seeing all this as well, because just like you, it's always nice to see full depth demonstrations, but on the other hand, it's nice to get the tools back out and just remind us how to use them, where's best to use them, what you can do with them.
So we will run this through here. Oh, it's worth it just for the noise.
Oh, that's a brilliant noise.
So we'll take that. Let's grab, I'm going to go for a different colour. Let's go with a pop of pink for this one.
Colleen's asking, would the paper crimpler work on thin plastic card?
Thin plastic card. Have you got like more of an example?
I don't. Colleen, if you let us know if there's anything specific you were meaning.
I can show it you on acetate. Is that a close?
We could see it on
Close,
acetate
yeah.
anyway. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to be cheeky and we're going to do two like kind of different colours on this one. So I'm just going to keep that one on that side. And we'll go with the blue over here. So see of all the different effects you can do with your brayer as well. Let's go back to the pink on this one. Missed a bit.
Nice idea as well. Crafty Scott Donna is saying, I used embossing folders for my son's wedding stationery.
Look at that.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, I think embossing folders and wedding stationery are just incredible. How much fun is that? And just think of all the different techniques that you can do. Also, I've not got the stuff to do it today, but with your brayer, really fun things to do. If you've got like elastic bands or loom bands, because you can take the barrel out, wrap them round, and then when you ink it, it just pinks up on the lines to get...
Do you want an elastic band?
Yeah, if you've got one, should we do it? Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving just having a play. This is so much fun.
Play there. There you go.
Thank you. You can also do bubble wrap. We're all going to have bubble wrap in our collections, I'm sure, after Christmas and packaging especially. So let's just take some rubber bands.
You know what you could do as well? So you could do what you've done there on the card.
Yeah.
And if you're someone that's got a gel plate, press that card onto the gel plate so it picks up that ink, and then you're left with that kind of corrugated effect on the gel plate that you can then, of course, get that reversed image. So this is where, start to bring them all together.
So much fun. So again, let's just go with our blue on this one. And then just hit that. Again, you're going to make sure you've got like a really good covering throughout. But it's just a lot of these tools is just thinking outside of the box and having a play. And like you said, those days where you're not specifically wanting to craft anything in particular, but maybe make up backgrounds that you can store in your storage boxes just to bring out at other times.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
That could be the sea, that could be the hills, depending on the colours that you use.
Yeah, just depending how you layer them up, you could go really maximal. You could think, have we got any bubble wrap? But we've not, have we? Because I do love the bubble wrap effect. Should we do that?
That would be great if you do, Jess. But that's, yeah, you're going to be looking around the house at different things that you could be using.
Yeah, all your different things. I wonder if, she's getting thingy now, I wonder if I could take what kind of effect that would have if I pop that round.
Round it.
Should we try?
I'd be able to do it, yeah.
Should we try?
Let's try it and see. What's the worst that can happen?
That you've spilled all your construction glue in your box again.
Oh, you've not, have you?
Where is? I just need like a tape runner. There we go, just to secure this down.
I'm trying to think now what we have either in the house, the craft room that you can start to wrap around it.
Just about playing, isn't it?
You know what would be good as well? And I obviously don't put a lot of pressure on it, but take tin foil, crumple it all up, lightly wrap it round, pop ink over. That'd be a smart effect.
Yes, tinfoil would be fabulous. Cling film
Cling
would do
film.
the same thing. I'm not sure that's going to stick thingy for me, but we'll just try quick. And then I did promise I'd put some, because this is I'm not sure, because this is a dry surface, whether it will actually work or not. I'm going to give up on this. It would work with like, if you crimped like your Mylar or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's not sticking. Let's go on to something more fun, which is the bubble wrap. So, because I do know this one works.
Regarding the Christmas films, it was, Mandy Adams is saying White Christmas, when they throw the party with the soldiers and the snow starts to fall. Oh. Yeah, that is a lovely scene. Have you got a favourite scene within a Christmas film?
Yeah, I was on about it the other day.
Oh, right.
It is, but I'm always happy to talk about it. It is Muppets Christmas Carol, right at the beginning when they're singing the first song and the little mices pop out the wall.
Jesus,
and churros, mices. Yeah, absolutely.
Please, sir, I want some more.
It just doesn't get better than that.
It is a brilliant film and brilliant songs. Jess, have you got a favourite scene in a Christmas film?
Mine's Elf, I think.
Right.
He's exploring New York and then he just gets hit by a car.
That's a good one.
I don't know why.
Yeah. When he's elf exploring. Did you know in that scene that Santa Claus was just a random person?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love that bit of the film.
It's a good film.
Right, you ready?
Yes.
And you get sound effects with this one as well, because obviously it's bubble wrap, so.
That is so cool.
It's so much fun. So just think about the project you're working with, the colours you want to use. It is fabulous. And before we go, let's pop a little bit of acetate through. I don't know, I've hid everything away now. Where did I put all my scraps?
So much love for everything that you're showing.
It's just nice to have a play sometimes, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I must have a little bit of acetate in this box of tricks here. There we go.
Anne is saying, Anne Richards is saying, well, I've never seen the need for a brayer until various uses that Kat's been shown today. I've just ordered one.
Good. This is what we like to hear. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. So this is your crimper with acetate. So I think this effectively is like a plastic cardstock. Now, it's not picking that up 100%, but the more times you go through, back and forth, it is starting to get it on there. So just have a little bit of perseverance and it will pick it up as you go through.
Colleen did come back, said it was modelling card 0.25 to 0.40 millimetres thick as our partner uses it.
I'm not sure. The closest thing I could think would probably be like the Mylar or something like that.
I think it really is the case as well as if you're having to struggle to turn it, it's too much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Right, I think I've exhausted all my options for this part. I think we're just going to do a demo at the end, an absolute normal demo, and I'm going to tidy up.
Yes, yeah. Let's do that because, yeah, absolutely fab, seeing exactly what you've been shown so far. Still got more to come. Regarding actual Christmas film, we've got, oh, where was it there? I've just seen it. Diane is saying, I just watched A Wonderful Life for the first time last week and I just loved it. Do you know what? I only watched it for the first time about 2 years ago. It was exactly the same. Absolutely loved it. And then, like most places, as soon as you mention Muppet Christmas Carol, lots of you jump in, saying how much you loved it. So yeah, cracking film for sure. Right, what we're going to do, let's have a little quick recap with our Win It Weekly here. So this is where your Win It Weekly this week is going to give 2 lucky winners the opportunity of winning not just the adorable Scoreable handbook, but also your craft mat, as Health Healing craft mat measurements on both sides, whether you're inches or centimetres, and then of course the famous adorable scoreboard. So this is the large one, so it does go up to 12 by 12. You can do longer if you wanted to, and you do have your inches and centimetres on each side, and you've got your scoring tool as well, which actually I use a lot even when I'm not using the scoreboard. So to be in with the chance, 2 lucky winners, to be in with the chance of winning this week's Win It Weekly, all that you have to do is just let us know. If Dan was an elf, what type of elf would he be? A, house elf, B, woodland elf, or C, night elf. All that you need to do is like, comment and share, and in the comments just pop your answer, and tomorrow 2 lucky winners will be announced when it comes to this week's Win It Weekly. So good luck with that one. And then let's have another look at some other deals before we go back to Kat here, and let's bring in a selection here. So this time, Jess, I will make sure that I do go in order, and this one we're going to be looking at what we've all got, and that is our glass mat. Glass mat, great tool, of course, to work on, craft on, ink onto, blend onto. This is a good one as well. If you struggle with your craft knife, this is where there's an argument for either the glass mat or the craft mat with a craft knife. If you want a nice glide to it, glass mat is absolutely the perfect one. It is your extendable it doesn't actually extend, it's your larger A3 Plus. So you've got your 12 by 12 section, but then of course on it you've also got the additional sections with measurements. Usually $24.99, but you are going to get this at $19.99. This, as well as everything else, all part of the Hunky Dory Christmas market, and you'll find on hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. We've all got one of these on our desks and work on. I've got one on my desk at home as well. It doesn't move, for me anyway, it doesn't move, it stays in place the full time. Then, whereas I was talking about, of course, the glide action, we've also got your self-healing A3 cutting mat here. Usually $14.99, but now you're going to get this at $9.99. When it comes to a craft knife, this is where the craft knife will go in, and it kind of holds and hugs to give you that nice straight line. If you want to think about craft knife, good one with this one. Swivel craft knife, good with the glass one. Although, kind of going back on what I was saying there, I just use my glass mat for everything, but you have got that option there. You can ink and blend onto it as well, heat onto it too, but it is self-healing. So once you've cut into it, onto your card, paper or medium, it will disappear. $14.99, or you can get it just now at $9.99. Then we've got our glue eraser. So this is one where if you've got any of your glues, your dried glues, your tape runners, whether it is your tissue tape, anything like that, any residual glue that is dried at the side, you can just give this a little bit of a wipe. It is an eraser, but for your glues, usually $2.99, or of course you're going to get it today at $1.99. Another tool that I think all of us have got within our crafty stash. So you've got that one there on the website, and this is one of those as well where, as I say, really one is enough. Even although you think the size that, oh, I might need a couple, you can go for a couple if you want, but it lasts so long. I didn't touch that tree, by the way. I thought it was a bit to fall right over. It's perfect
for, like, I was showing you for, like, where I put some of the dotty tape roller onto the brayer before, for the to hold the bubble wrap in place, but obviously that's going to leave you with the residue then on your brayer. that is perfect for taking it off. So,
That's
you know, all these things go hand in hand.
They do as well. Any glues not on your craft mat, glass mat, anything
Yeah.
like that. Anywhere you've got that residual excess adhesive, it's a good one to be using. Then we've got our crafty burnishing tool. So I use this when it comes to our bulbul buddies
Yeah.
to really press down. I use it, I've not used my Cricut a lot, but I do use this when I do use it. Or if I just want to burnish really down hard on my red liner tape, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Peel offs as well, good for things like that as well. It really is a good all-rounder tool. Usually £4.99, but look at that, you are getting it half price at £2.50. So that one is on the website as well. Then we've got a selection of our tag punches. So let's go in with our Fancy Edge tag punch, which is Fancy Edge. So this really is a typical tag punch. So this one is going to create 3 different sizes. So you just cut your strips to the width that you want. Usually £17.99, but you're going to get this for £11.99. I use mine more this time of the year than any other time of the year because I make my own tags for my Christmas presents. It's a good way to use that. So that one's in there, and it even cuts out the hole as well as gives you like an embossed edge. So that's there, usually £17.99, but now £11.99. Then if you want the straight edge tag punch, you can get hold of that. Same idea in concept, it just means that the tips of the actual tags are of course straight, and these can be as long as you want. So if you want your longer tags, bookmarks, you can do that. £17.99 usually, but you're going to get that at £11.99. And then last but by no means least, we've got our banner punch. So the exact same concept, but what this does is gives you 3 different banner widths, or of course the length can be as long as you want. £17.99 or £11.99. This will still go through, all of them will go through, like your Adorable Scoreable, Mattastic, Mirror Card, etc, etc. So that's in there as well. All of these £17.99, or of course, for just now, with the Christmas craft market, you are going to get that at £11.99. So check them out. Lots of options there. All of them are running until the end of the 14th of December, or while stocks last. So have a little look. Right, what we're going to do is we've got our topper sets on. We've got 5 for £10. So let's go back to Kat and see what we're going to do.
Well, I assumed that we had them on the show and I was going to pinch one, but we've not. So
Shall we do a dance?
So we can either do that, or we can make a little gift box with our Adorable Scoreable and our punch. It's up to you, which they would like to see.
Okay, so what would you at home, would you like to see? Would you like to see Kat use the topper sets that we've not actually got in the studio at the moment? Or would you like to see Kat do an amazing demo with, of course, the Adorable Scoreboard, the tag punches that we don't usually see a lot used on Hunky Dory TV?
I feel like Craig's got a favourite.
Maybe. Could you tell? Could you tell? While we're giving you a minute, a lot of you just saying how much you actually love certain Christmas films. A lot of love for Elf. A lot of love for It's a Wonderful Life. A lot of love for Miracle on 34th Street. Let's just see if any of them are coming in. We've got one for the topper set. That's from Chloe. Kim is saying your plan with, of course, tag punch. Jan is saying box, tags. So at the moment, with the few that's come through, tag punch, gift box.
Yeah, I think we'll go with that.
I think yes. At the moment, the tag is outrunning their toppers.
Okay, so this is a great way to take your tag punch, make your little Christmas kind of gift boxes. It's great for jewellery, maybe little miniatures. I did them for wedding favours once. Absolutely incredible. So I'm going to take some of the foiled metallic cardstock that we had for you yesterday. I'm going to take this down to the largest size that we can cut a tag with on here, which is 2.5 inches. So this is your guide. I'm going to take that to a strip, and then just to help me work out my measurements, I'm going to cut this to a nice even 11. And do you know what? I'm going to keep it really, really even. I'm going to go 11. And then if I place this at my halfway mark, and then I can work out a box base at the bottom. So we are going to just mark either side. I've taken that to 5.5, so I know where my centre point is. And because this is 2.5 inches wide, I want to create like a 2.5 inch square at the bottom for my base. So I know I need to go 1.25 inches out from either side. So just move that up a little bit where I can see my marks, 1.25 inches on either side. And that should give me a 2.5 inch square. It's hiding in there, I've just spotted it. And then again, I am just using this as a base for that. So that is the base of our box, and then we just go in with the top of the tag pad on either side. Pop that in there. And when you fold this up, you can use this now as its basic form, and you have this lovely little base like this. But let's line it. So what we're going to do again, we'll go back to the cardstock. We'll cut another, I'm just going to go a tiny smidge under the 2.5. And let's just measure these sections. They are coming at 4.25. So as long as I cut them, I can then cut them down as I need them.
Isabella's saying she loves the Home Alone film. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, is my favourite film ever.
Yes.
Not just at Christmas, but ever. Another good one, Lynn's saying, love this one as well, Christmas with the Cranks. But you see, I love Tim Allen and I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
So together.
So we can just make sure they fit, and then I'm just going to mark and I can cut it down to size. If you were lining this with the paper, you could go longer and just tuck it under the base here, because we are going to do a little box to go on top. I'll just trim them down. I feel like I've come in and just obliterated Jess shows with demos today. But it's not my fault, it was traffic. It took me so long to get here today that we've just not had time to fulfill what Jess had planned. So I've just gone rogue. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Benefited us all, because it's been so good seeing all these different ways.
So let's get these on here, and they can be drying off. Again, I do like using my construction glue. A, it's going to give a project like this extra strength. B, when you've got funny shapes like the fancy edge tops on here to line up, it definitely gives you that little bit of wiggle room to make sure you've got them in the right place. So we can just line them inside there, just like that.
Crafty Scott Don is saying Dory needs to stay off the eggnog, methinks. If you didn't spot it, you'll see when you come back to me just shortly.
So we can pop them in there, let that dry off, and then I'm going to take the darker shade of this beautiful silver with the stars here, and we're going to make a little box to go in the middle. So we know that square at the base is 2.5 by 2.5. Again, I'm going to be cheeky and just take a tiny smidge off, just so it's got room for the folds and stuff like that. So if I take my initial piece of cardstock to just under 2.5, but then I want to add, we're just going to do like an inch deep box, so we want to add 2 more inches for either side of the box. So we're going to take this to just a smidge under 4.5. And I might need another piece of cardstock for my lid, I've just realised. I'm not sure I've got enough, but we will we'll make it work.
Isn't it good to see how you can use a tag punch, not just for tags or a bookmark? You can get really creative.
Absolutely. I'm just going to use a little bit of just the plain silver adorable scoreable. I'm going to cut this to exactly the same size, and then the scoreboard is going to do all the hard work of making this into a box for me. In fact, I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller so that you can see the base of the box underneath. So we'll just make this 1/2 inch on each side. So we'll take this to just a notch under the 3.5. Like
How
that.
can I forget about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
You did what?
Well, no, I forgot to say that. A lot of you are saying you love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and yes, so do I. Forgot to say that one.
So I'm going to take this. This is our base, the large piece. So we're going to take this to the base side of your scoreboard. And this one, we are going to go 1 inch all the way around.
And Tim, if you're still watching, this is exactly what I meant by earlier on when I said, if I'm just doing smaller projects, I'll bring in my smaller scoreboard.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do it on the large one, but I tend to do small things on the small scoreboard.
And then for our lid, we're just going to go 1 inch. That doesn't, they always, them two squares, it's an optical illusion. That one looks so much bigger than that one, but I've just looked at it, it is right. It always throws me off. So we'll just cut our little tabs in here. I am going to cheat, and I'm going to get this phrase that I'm liking a lot at the moment when it comes to crafting and demoing. I'm going to get it printed on a t-shirt, which is do as I say, not as I do. Please use your high-tack tape or your construction glue when you are making your boxes. I am just going to use my tape runner in the essence of time.
And this is a really nice way to show or explain where we always do things different, because I couldn't do that way, Kat. That would just mess with my mind. So what I would do is I would do both of them the exact same size and then trim around the lid afterwards, like before I assemble it. Because I just throw myself, from what you were just showing there, I think I get it wrong, and so deceiving, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really, really deceiving. Of course, your lid is going to be a tiny, tiny little bit bigger, because that's the idea. It needs to fit, but it really does throw you off. So just score these down, make a little box, like I said.
Michelle is saying, I always think of True Lies when you mention Jamie Lee Curtis, or Halloween. She's the Scream Queen. Yeah, Halloween's my favourite horror film genre. I think that's why I like Jamie Lee Curtis.
So there is our lid. Let's do our base.
Viv said, I think we watch too much TV. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you watch hunky-dory TV, that's the main thing.
Exactly, as long as you get your priorities right and watch this first, then you are good to go. So pop that on there. Our lid, see, fits perfectly. And then we can just pop this in the bottom. I'm just going to use a little bit of foam pad just to give it a bit of height, I think. Like I said, if you were wanting to use this maybe to pop little miniatures in, then you don't need to put the box in. Just use the foam pad at the bottom and decorate that bit as well. But if you've got jewellery, a special chocolate, a special gift or something like that, then you can just pop this box in the inside like that. Bring it up. We'll get a little bit of ribbon. This is the other thing I always lose. I know there's a massive ribbon. There it is, staring me in the face. This small selection of ribbon that we have to choose from. Let's get this lovely silvery grey one here.
I may need to, with your permission, borrow this idea for an upcoming Hobby Maker show, if you don't mind.
Of course you can. Pop this through.
Oh, now you're all letting us know what else you love watching. One of my favourites ends next week. Neighbours.
Oh, is it ending again?
Yeah. Next week's the last week. Anyway.
It ended, it came back.
It did. I don't think it's coming back though.
Oh, it's sad.
Oh, you don't
Yeah. And you have this lovely little gift box.
That's my
Great,
fault.
great for hanging on the tree and things like that as well. Or like party
melts.
favours. Yeah, wax melts. Just absolutely perfect.
That is brilliant. What a great selection of techniques and tips with that demonstration as well. Prime example is your tag punches are not just, of course, for creating the tags and the punches. You can then do things such as those boxes, which I absolutely love, and you may see that idea coming up over the coming weeks. I'll always, of course, credit Kat for sure. Now, that's the coming weeks, but what about today? So, teeny little bit of a plan. Little George is a little bit under the weather, so Amy's at Hobby Maker today. So you're going to find her there with the 1 o'clock. She's going to be on with the deluxe craft pad, which is the Tranquil Gardens. So it's the new one, and then she's also going to be on at 4 o'clock with the adorable scoreable metallics. Funny enough, so that's going to be today on Hobby Maker with Amy, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and then tomorrow right here on HDTV you've got Anne Marie and Amy. They're going to be here with the brand new deluxe craft pad, the Tranquil Gardens. Plus they're going to be here with some new scissors and a mega offer on Mirri. Now it's got here, Jess has put, trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, trust us, you don't want to miss it. Certainly
Can
when
I
it
say
comes
it as
to
well?
those scissors. Yeah,
Trust us, you don't want to miss it.
you definitely don't. On that note, Kat, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jess, thank you very much. And thank you very much as well. Have a lovely rest of your Thursday, and we will see you soon.